Alright, so I definitely am not a pro cuber, but I'm gonna try my best to make this a good video that will teach you well. First off, we're using beginner's method. So we're gonna start by creating a daisy around the yellow core. To do this, we're gonna hold yellow on top, and we're gonna look for a middle piece like this one. We need to get them around the core, not the corner pieces, only these middle pieces. So I'm going to take this, move it like this, so it's like this. I'll move it up, and now if it needs to go right here, it's right here. So if I need to move it right here, I can just turn the top and insert it. But if it needs to go here, then it's right there, so I can just place it up. Now we're going to look, here's another one. Okay, so we're looking for middle pieces just like this. This one needs to go here, here, or here. It's already close to here, we'll see. So this can go right here. Now we can lift it up. It's right there. And now there's one right here because there must have been one around here. So I'll turn this. And then we'll turn it one more time. Now I can insert it right there. Now there's one last one here. That's the last white middle piece. You can look anywhere in the cube, there's no more. Last one. So we're gonna turn it like this, down like that. See? So it's right here. We're gonna move it one over this way. So now it's right here. We're gonna move it down so that we don't move it when we twist the top. Now we can insert it right here. That's our yellow daisy. It should look just like that. This corner piece doesn't matter. Get rid of that. Actually, so you don't actually have to get rid of it. It doesn't matter if it's there or not. It can actually be helpful. So, Kizzy, would you like to solve the Rubik's? Oh yeah, okay. We have an imposter. If you don't mind. If you don't mind, I'm doing something. Do you mind? Do you mind? Excuse me? You listening to me? Now that our yellow daisy is done, we're going to look for these side pieces. There's a different one and every other color of the Rubik's Cube on every one of these petals. So right here we have a white middle piece. On the other side right here, it's the same piece, but on this side is green. So I'm going to turn this way. Right here is lined up with the core. So you're looking for this color, or actually it doesn't matter which color, but you need to line up. Like this one's blue, so we're going to line it up with this one. Now we're going to turn it 2 turns so that it's at the bottom. Now there's, right here, we're forming a white cross. Right here is another one, orange, it's already lined up. So we're going to do 2 turns at the bottom. Here's another one. It's red. Red is right here. Now we do 2 turns. And there's one more right here. It's green, the one I was talking about before. I'm going to turn it 2 turns to the green. Now we're going to turn it 2 turns. There's that white cross. This doesn't matter. This being here really helps, actually. It gives you less work. So our white cross is right here. Next step I'm going to show you is how to form the white cross without this daisy. So if you're trying to do it faster, then the daisy might slow you down a little bit. So I'm going to show you how to do it just the white cross instead of the daisy. And still make these, because you need these. You need this. These shapes don't matter, but this one you need here. Well, you're going to form these in the next step. So this one's helpful. But you need the core and the bottom piece right here matched with all of these colors. Now you can move on to the next step. I'm going to show you now how to do the white cross without the daisy to make it go a lot faster. Let me mix up the cube. Alright, now we are going to do the white cross. Now, I would actually say hold the white still on the bottom because it makes it faster so you don't have to turn the cross around, and I'm used to doing it with the bottom because otherwise I have to make it forming up. I'm used to making it form down. So I'm going to hold white on the bottom. This is already solved, so we leave that be. We look for another middle piece. Here's a middle piece. It's green. It's already lined up with the center, but a different way. So we turn it one turn down to form right here. Here's another one. This one is at the daisy. It's red, lined up. So we can just turn that down. Half the cross. Here's the last one. It's lined up with the blue. So we just move it 2 turns down. Just like I showed you with the daisy. There's our white cross. And the cores are all lined up with the one middle piece. If the middle piece is like this, where you need this white piece, it's green on the bottom. You need to move it up like this. But that doesn't work because this white piece needs to be on the top. So move it up just like that, like I showed you. Now you're gonna move this until this matches with the green. So now move it right here, one side away. It doesn't matter what side you do it on. You need this side or this side. Oops, this side. Now it's right here and it's lined up. We can just twist it down. Moving on to the next step. For the next step, you're gonna need to memorize 2 algorithms. Don't worry, they're super simple. This big cube is good. It's adjustable, but it's a little loose sometimes, so it moves around. I can definitely do some stuff with it, but it's a little difficult. I just have to get a little more used to a normal cube, I think. Meanwhile, this is a magnetic cube that I bought. It's a really good cube, I think. There's a symbol. I really like this cube, and it has magnets on it. It makes everything a lot more swift and clean. I really love this cube. It is my favorite cube that I bought. So to show you the algorithms, I'm going to use this and then move on with this. Alright, the first algorithm you're going to need to learn is called the ready algorithm. This one will most likely be used more than the other algorithm. We're going to move this side up, put it to the left, move it down, move it to the right. That's it. Practice this one a few more times. And yes, if you do continue, you can resolve it if it's already solved. Also, I like to do this. Right here, when this is the color of the core it matches, it's one more turn before it's solved. You cannot do this trick unless the cube is already solved, where you can keep on doing it. Alrighty. The next algorithm is going to be the lefty algorithm. You're going to use this side, move it up to the right, down to the left. Same with this. If you want to do it, you can do a bunch of lefty algorithms until it solves again. I would not practice doing this lefty algorithm really quick because it is not going to be used very quick. At least not for the beginner's method. The righty algorithm is going to be used for some faster things. I'll get onto that in a minute. Alright, I scrambled my cube and I redid my cross. Now, as we have this, cores, and middle pieces lined up, we're going to form this bottom lines, along with the full white edge. All the corner pieces also meaning the entire side, but only for the white. and these bottom piece. This is what we need the SUNS for. First of all, we're going to look for the top pieces. Right here is a white corner piece. It's lined up like this. So depending on where it is, like this one's lined up now. But right here is this white piece that I'm talking about. An orange one. It does not match with this core. So we're going to turn this orange piece until it matches with this, its own color of the core. Now we're going to, since it's on the left, see, if you hold it this way, it's on the right. So we're going to move it to the left so you can't see it. Now we're going to do lefty algorithm. That solves right here in this corner. Here's the other one. We're going to look right there till it matches this core, and the top matches this color. Now we're going to hold it to the left and do a lefty algorithm. That solves this and the corner. As you can see, there are no more white corners in the top layer. So this is what we have to do. We look right here because there's going to be them on the cube. There's one in the bottom layer. If you just come here, hold it here, and do it up, if you hold it right here, do a lefty algorithm, that will put it on the top. That's not what we want. So, if it's right here, you're going to hold it so you can't see it, like this on the corner. Now you're going to do a righty algorithm that puts it to the side. Now we're going to match it up, one algorithm. And now this other one was in the bottom somewhere. And there it is. Boom. Match it up. Solve it. Now this whole bottom layer is done, along with the full white side. However, if there is a white corner piece with the white on the top, then you're going to have to hold it this way. So don't hold it this way. Do not hold it this way. And don't hold it here or here. You want it to be right here. Holding it to the right. Front, right. Now as we hold it to the right, we're going to do our 3 righty algorithms. 1, 2, 3. That solved this whole corner. Now it does not always solve this whole corner. It will always solve the white piece, but it will not always solve this corners. Not always even one. Not always. So it often does, but not always. That's why you want them to be on the sides. Also because the top pieces take a lot more time, especially if you're trying to do them cubing. Now, we hold this to the right, so we do not ever move it, except for one occasion. I will tell you that later. So you hold to the top, just do 3 righty algorithms. Now we have a corner piece, and that corner solved. We can just solve that one. It's solving along with these corners. Line that one up. We have one more, and this corner is not solved, which means the last one we do will solve this white piece and this corner. Right here is the top piece. 3 righty algorithms, and it's solved. You have all of this line done, and this whole white piece done. The whole white side. Now we still need our algorithms that I showed you for this part. This part, we see orange. We're going to form the second layer, which is going to be both of these whole lines and the bottom lines. So we're going to have this whole blue line covered in, along with this one and the white. This whole red bottom and white, green bottom, white, orange bottom, white. All like that. And then we will solve the last bit of the cube. But to do this, we're going to look for an orange piece, an orange middle piece. We don't have one, so we're going to switch to another one. This is green. This is a middle piece. So we're going to turn it, it needs to go right here to fill us in. We're going to turn this one turn away from where it needs to go. So it's right here, and it needs to go here. We're going to do a lefty algorithm now. And now we're gonna hold this to the right, keeping it solved like this. Now we're going to do radial algorithm. This solves that piece along with the corner. Do we have an orange piece now? No. So let's continue. We have blue piece right here now. I'm going to put it right here, so I'm going to hold it one turn away, which is to the left. It's right here. It needs to go here. So now we're going to do righty algorithm. Hold this to the left, keeping this solved. Lefty algorithm. That solves this piece and the corner. Here's another one. It's going to go right here. So we're going to move it one turn away. Lefty algorithm. Solve this one again. Keep it solved. This done, that done. Now, sometimes it will undo some of the ones you've already done, as shown. Like that. And that. This means you're going to look at the top. If it doesn't solve like that, you're going to look at the top. You're going to take this piece out by doing a righty algorithm. You're going to hold this to the back, or red to the back, or whatever color to the back. Just choose a color. Now you're going to do righty algorithm, pull it down, and then fix that. Now we can continue, and maybe it will start working. Choose another color because that didn't work. No color there. Do red. That didn't work. Do it again. That did. Do this one. That didn't work. Here's another one. Let's not do this one. Sometimes you gotta choose a different one. This one's already here. If you do your algorithm and then you don't have to twist this one's already in place for this one, then just do that. And sometimes it'll actually fix this. Here's this one. Let's do that. Just like I said. I want to just solve that. I'll take that piece out. Solve it. That one. And now, thus, our second layer fully complete. This second layer, honestly, is probably the hardest part. So if you've made it that far, you've done it all. Now we're going to form the yellow cross. We made our white cross, now we're doing the yellow cross. So to make this, you're going to look for these shapes. First, a hook. This is a hook right here. So you need to put it in a certain place. So you want to turn this top layer until the hook is facing like this, going in this top corner where it completely surrounds one corner like this. Then you're going to turn this clockwise. Then you're going to do 2 righty algorithms. Now you're going to place it back. There's your yellow cross. Now, if you have a line across your cube, like this, then you're going to flip it one turn, any direction, to make it going horizontal. Then you're going to flip this down, and do 1 righty algorithm. And I'll flip it back, and there's your cross. If you have just a dot, like you don't have your cross already, and if you don't have a hook or a line, if you just have a dot, then do the exact same steps for a line case, and you'll get a hook. Then solve the hook. Now, once you have your yellow cross, you're going to turn this top layer looking for that color. Here's this color. It matches with the center. Look around. This does not match. This does not match. But this does. If you can match these two, like this, any two colors that are in a corner like this, then you can either hold them like this, so that this is in the back and this is in the left, and then do I don't actually know what this is called, but you take it up like this, move it to the left 2 times, down, 1 turn to the right, up, 1 more turn to the right, replace. Or, let me reverse this, see if I can do that. This, down, that, up, insert. Alright, and if you can't, so let's see if we can turn it. See, here's our green, this is an orange. If you can't, like, that might be a little difficult. I like my other way better, it's just a little harder. So the other way better is, you see these? They match, and they're in the corner. So instead of holding it this way, you hold it this way. And then you'll do what is called a soon. So hold this to the right, and this one to the back. Now do a soon, which is up, left, down, left, up, right, right, insert. Once you do this part, you will still have your yellow cross, sorry. And then you can try and insert this, and they should all match. Alright, now this is the same step. We're not moving on to the next step yet. This is the same step. So we're gonna move this top layer till we find one that matches. This matches, and we can keep on moving, but we still don't see any corner pieces that match. However, we do see that when we find one match, the opposite side does match, the complete opposite side. So this is still fine. It takes 2 steps though, instead of just doing the corner. So we're gonna keep it right here. We're not gonna do anything else. We're just gonna hold it just like this, so that the one side, doesn't matter which side you hold it on, just so that the opposite side, whichever one, you hold it up and do a soon. Now we can try and reinsert it here. We should have 2 corners like this. Now we should have 2 corners like this. Nothing else, just 2 corners that are beside each other. Now we can go ahead and solve that with a soon, like I showed you before. Now all these middle pieces should be lined up with our cores. This side's already done. That doesn't matter because that actually isn't helpful. It's not unhelpful, but it doesn't matter. Now, before I do the last step, I just wanted to point out the YouTuber Cubehead. I don't know if you've heard of him, but go onto YouTube and search Cubehead. And he is a very fast speed cuber, and he has a channel. He can teach you how to solve a Rubik's Cube. So if you can't figure it out with my video, because I know my video isn't great, I'm kind of a beginner YouTuber, I'm not the best. So if you cannot solve the Rubik's Cube with my video, I suggest you search up his YouTube channel, and he should be able to teach you. That's how I learned. I learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube off of him. So I want to give thanks to him if somehow he saw this video. But anyways, yeah, you should check him out and go to him to learn a Rubik's Cube if you can't figure it out with me. Alright, and now for the last step, we're going to look and solve the corners. So we're going to see what a solved corner looks like. There are no solved corners. I'll show you what they are in a minute. But since there are no solved corners, it doesn't matter how you hold it. You're going to do a Niklas from any angle. I forgot to show you what a Niklas is. Alright, so a Niklas is when you're going to hold it right side up, then move this side to the right, putting it in the back. Put this side up, move it to the left, and then reinsert in this one. Now I can reinsert this one too. Now everything is fixed up again. And now we should have a corner in the right correction. Now, good look around. There should be one. There's one. Alright, so the correct corner is when you can look right here. This corner is green, and it matches with this. This top piece matches with this. that is a correct corner. When the top piece matches this one and so practically opposite sides. This is the opposite side of this. This is the opposite side of this. Same thing if the yellow was right here. There will always be yellow on this one. There will always be the other two colors here if it's a correct corner. So the yellow can either be up here, and then these two colors will match like right beside each other, or this will be the color to match this, and then this will be the color to match this. Or in this case, the top one matches this, the green matches this complete opposite side, and then the yellow needs to go up here. This is the correct corner. There are often, normally, like, not any other corners. There shouldn't be. Pretty sure if there was, the cube would be solved. Pretty sure. But, so you're gonna hold the solved corner, or the correct corner, I guess, to the left, and you're going to do a Nick-Loss. Now, if all the corners are not yet solved, then you need to find the same cube, the same corner, or stick with it. You should just be able to move it around like this and see if they're in the correct spot. Normally, if you can see this corner beside it is in the correct spot, they should all be in the correct spot. But this corner here, it's still the same one, but none of these are solved yet. So you're just going to keep it right here in the same spot, and you're going to do one more Nick-Loss. This should be the last one. If it's not, then something's wrong. This is in the correct spot because they match right beside. This is still in the correct spot. This is in the correct spot because of that, and this is the correct spot. Like I said, this is in the correct spot, so this one right next to it, if it's in the correct spot, they should all be in the correct spot, as I just showed you. Now, this is the very last step, and the easiest step probably. You're going to flip the cube over, doesn't matter which way you put it, but then you're going to find an incorrect, like an unsolved piece. Like this is already solved, so you're going to skip this. This is not matching this one beside it, and this definitely does not match this one beside it. So you're going to do ready algorithms until it solves. That's solved. Now we're going to flip the bottom piece. That's solved. Skip it. This one is not solved. We're going to do ready algorithms until it solves. Boom. That's solved along with the whole cube. Bada bing, bada boom. And that's how you solve the Rubik's Cube, guys. I mean, there's nothing else to it. It can be a little challenging at first. And like I said, I'm definitely not like a speed cuber. I'm not the best cuber either. I get a little stuck on a few things, but I can normally do it pretty well. I don't get stuck very often. But again, if you didn't learn how to do the Rubik's Cube with my video, then I do again encourage you to go to Cubehead's channel and watch his video. He should be able to show you. Watching his video taught me, it took a little bit, but I learned. I really encourage you to look at his channel. Yeah, he's a pretty good cuber, and he definitely will be able to teach you. So, thanks for watching, and check out his channel.